Okay, we're back with the free people. Our morale is now amazing. It's at 99 again, of course. But whatever, we got the achievement. We're good. And so now it's time to finally focus on our real goal, which is to send... Where'd he go? Where are you? Where are you? Jenkins, there you are. Which is to send Leroy Jenkins after some plague hearts. So I think I've collected a little bit more electronic crap since the last time I was making C4. There we go. Is that all we... Oh, we can even make more. We can make more. Can we make more than that? No, we're done. Okay, we're done. But we've got a lot of C4. So let's get all equipped. So, okay, I originally gave him some pipe bombs. That just doesn't seem sufficient. There it is. So let's just send him with, like, all the C4.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, you're going to complain about it? And then... What we got here? We got an AK-47 and no bullets for it. So, now do we keep the AK-47 or...
Hey, things could be way worse. That's gotta count for something.
We could swap it out for like a 5.56. I mean, that's the thing. He's not trying to do damage to the plague hearts with his rifle. So, mostly I need it to deal with zombies. So yeah, I think I'm going to... Leroy Jenkins does not need snacks. Leroy Jenkins can go in on an empty stomach, and he's just fine. But let's bring some fire in case the zombies get real bad. Ah, you whiner. Well, you know what? We're going to drop off some of this stuff anyway on top of some plague hearts. So we're good. We're good. How are we doing on gas? We good on gas? Yes, plenty of gas. Mr. Bell Pepper Eater is concerned that maybe I should turn on some white noise machines. That's a great idea if I had any white noise machines, but I don't. So I shan't. Instead, I will head in this direction as the crow flies, or as the souped-up truck drives, and we're gonna blast through these plague hearts as fast as we can. We're gonna get this bounty. We're gonna feel real good about it. I feel like I've been talking about making this plague heart run for about, I don't know, 5 videos. So it's good that I'm finally getting to it. Oh, look at those beautiful, beautiful wind farms. That view is like the first time I proposed that we make a map like this. Just being able to look up and see all those windmills was basically, it was the main image in my mind. Oh, shoot. Nuh-uh.
I don't even want to know what makes the air taste so bad.
Nice try, bloater. Okay, bunch of zombies around here.
I gotta make this quick. Time to reload.
Haha! You think you're so agile, Mr. Farrell. Dang it! Oh! Always shooting just right above his head. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, you think you're coming in here, do you? You know what? This gun, when you leave it on full auto, it sure goes through the bullets fast. Actually, you know, if I want bullets, I'm kind of right here at one of the best places to get them. Take a little break from the plague hearts. See what we can find.
Nothing but good times.
Aha! There we go. Replenished.
Can't carry that much.
Oh, but I can't. I got. Okay, you know what? I'll come back here. I mean, sure, maybe I don't have to carry all of this C4 on me at all times. Maybe that's true. Wait, actually. Yes, 556, that's what I thought. What else? What else is in here? Nothing in here. Oh, just a gross guy. Oh, meds. Not too bad. What about in you? Oh, we got some fuel. We got, okay. Yeah? Alright. Stuff is pretty good. Already got one of these. Grenades. Not bad.
Shit is heavy.
Okay. So I just realized I'm completely overfilled right now. What do I not care about? I care about everything. Oh, I care about everything. Okay, you know what? We're just going to have to use some of this C4. That's what we're going to have to do. Okay, so here come some zombies. Awesome. But they're plague zombies. So, if I can take out the heart real fast, it won't be a problem.
Fuck yeah, it's hurting. Don't let up.
Okay, it's got the gas around it for just a second, so we're going to just run around.
I cannot keep this up.
Hey there, zombie. Oh, crap. Yeah, well, I guess that's what you get for leaving your snacks at home, buddy. Oh, why'd you do that? Who made you do that? Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on.
That was the last one. Plague heart destroyed.
Excuse me? No. That guy... she thinks she's a screamer. She's not. Alright, well that was pretty cool. Here's the problem with doing a bunch of plague hearts all at once.
That's pretty heavy.
You end up with a lot of loot. So one thing we have been thinking about is maybe we need to leave an icon behind on a site that used to have a plague, that has the husk of a plague heart that's been taken out. So that you can actually, you know, blast through a bunch of plague hearts if you want to, and then come back and get the loot later when you've got, you know, the time and the inventory space. When you're, for instance, not loaded up with C4 that you're trying to use to blow up plague hearts. Wouldn't that be nice? I heard a... Oh, shoot! Get off me! I love how, like, every shot is sometimes just off by an inch. Alright, so... I guess we'll start with a grenade.
Something's making noise.
Get off me.
Fire in the hole!
I do not need to be holding this. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? You know, I'm not even looking in there. I don't want to tempt myself. No, wait. No, I have to. I can't. What's in there? Huh? Pretty good. Man, we're getting a lot of these Bowie knives. Bowie knives. Why am I calling them Bowie knives? That's not even a word. All right. Not going to grab it right now, though. Come back later. Mr. Bell Pepper suggests that if I was playing with a bunch of friends, I could get each of them to mark a different plague heart with their waypoint for later. That's actually a pretty good idea. That's a nice hack. I mean, certainly, you know, having the game do it for you would probably be better, but yeah, no. If that's not an option, then That's a pretty good hacky solution. But to do that, I would have to have friends, and so that is a bit of a limitation. All right, where are you? There you are.
Fuck yeah, it's hurting. Don't let up.
What the crap? What is with the sheer number of ferals I'm encountering out here? Hi, I would like one of my shots to hit what I intend.
I need some help. Anyone copy?
Oh, I can't get in that way. There we go. Ha-ha! Leroy Jenkins. Alright, need some more C4. Oh, so much nice stuff. Now I'm at least going to take those bullets. Oh, wait a minute. My stack's too big. Now I'm sad. Where did I put my... There. Same problem I have in real life. Where did I put my car? It's right here. Alright, I guess... I don't know. I guess we'll drop this for now. And let's put something else in there, like this repair kit. Pick it up again. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you could drop things while you are at a vehicle trunk? That would be cool. I would love that.
Might be one of us. We need your help on this. I'll handle it.
How many hordes is that? Hold on. Let's, gather you guys into a little bit of a herd here. Come here. Okay, now everybody run at me at once. Everybody come here. Everybody. What's with you slow guys in the back? What were you doing? These zombies are not doing your jobs. I'm getting killed by me.
Keep away from that bloater.
Bloater? What bloater?
Fuck yeah, it's hurting. Don't let up.
Oh, okay. They'll chase me out the door. Except that one. Oh, shoot! Nice! Yes! Oh, one straggler there, huh? I'm impatient. Oh, what? Oh, it's straight through the cloud. Oh, wasted that fire. Dang it. Okay, well, while that's clearing, let's go check out this guy. Samples. Ooh, military tactical baton, rescue knife. Nice. Okay, people, I've been getting a lot of questions about this, by the way. There's some critical response pack items that you can find in plague hearts. Why is that? It might be because we've been working on the critical response pack in the background, making some changes to it, and it's actually one of our biggest packs, and we don't like our bounty packs to get too big. So if, for instance, we were to add something to a bounty pack, we would need to take something out if it got too big. And so we take them out, we put them in loot. And so that's why a couple of our more minor critical response items are in loot. It's because maybe there's going to be some more new different stuff in that pack when it shows up again. I do love me some materials, but I don't think I've got space for them. You know what? I'm Leroy Jenkins. I throw caution to the wind. All the way into the wind. So we're going to do this next plague heart with a pile of bricks on my back. Okay, we did that whole cluster. Did that whole cluster. We are amazing. All thanks to the magic of C4. So, yeah. So, I was talking about the fact that it took me ages from the point where I said, oh, Leroy Jenkins should go and attack a bunch of plague hearts, to the point where I'm actually doing it. It took me many sessions. But it's because I took the time to get an electronics expert, to get a munitions expert, to, to collect a bunch of electronics and chemicals, to make a bunch of C4. And now it's just going, yeah, okay, that guy. Just want to stay away from... I'm not going to leave that there. That's just a mess. It's like when you find roadkill by the side of the road and you decide to be the one to drag it off the road, or, something fell out of the back of a truck and you decide to be the one to clean it up, or, you're at the grocery store and there's like a bunch of carts in stupid places and you decide to be the one to run around and gather them up. That's the kind of civic duty I'm showing here. Okay, you all just catch on fire. I'm gonna run in here and do something useful. Just like murder this guy. Oh, you guys just keep showing up. Where's your daddy though? Looking for the daddy plague heart. Oh, get off me. Get off me. Oh, more of you. What the? There it is. I walked right past it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Ah. Oh, yeah, okay. That kind of hit the top of the door. That wasn't my plan. Oh, and I also only... Wait a minute. Wasn't that the room where No, it was the other room. I actually forgot to load up on more C4. I love how enthusiastic Leroy Jenkins is about explosives. That just feels so in character. Get off. No. And boom. Now, of course, if this was the lethal zone, I would still have to deal with all these zombies. But it's not. So, Zombie Brave Knight, when he saw me accidentally throw that Molotov against the top of the door, he says, that's how I throw grenades in games, too. Yeah, it's a pretty common problem. That's actually something where... oh, wait. I left a plague sample on the ground. Nope, I have to shove my hand into this meaty pile of... bleh. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so folks are asking me what difficulty I'm at, and yes, I am in the dread zone, so, zombies are a little harder, but I am not dealing with the whole lethal problem of the zombies stick around after you kill the plague heart. Still got the nice little shockwave there.
It's been a while since we talked. Still working on that thing?
But anyway, yeah, one thing we have been thinking about is there a way for us to make it a little bit easier to throw grenades and have them go where you actually intend them to go? Because we did put a lot of work into sort of trying to make it as intuitive as we could with just sort of guesswork. But there might be better strategies we could use, so, thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hurting. Don't let up.
Ow! Get off! Okay, fine.
Fire in the hole.
You guys want me to try some fire? I'll use some fire. So the problem with fuel bombs is they don't last on the ground as long as some other things. So, get. Come on. All right, anyway. So I don't actually have to kill this with the explosives anymore. I've already got the bounty, but whatever. I made all this C4. I'm gonna use all this C4. Okay, so I just cleared out some more C4. I think I can afford to grab this and this.
That is a lot to carry.
probably nothing else. Okay, where'd I leave the car? Again, classic problem. Where'd I leave the car? There it is. All right, so let's drop that off. And okay, okay, I've only got the 3 remaining piles of C4, so we got 2 plague hearts left. I think Leroy might be able to pull this off without even getting tired. He might get sick if he keeps letting himself get hit by plague zombies. By the way, I realize that I have been missing a lot of stuff in the chat because I've been so intensely focused on killing these plague hearts as fast as I could.
It's locked. Gotta be quieter.
Hello. Here we are.
Fuck yeah, it's hurting. Don't let up.
Alright, let's put a little bit of space between me and the zombies. Give the gas a little bit of time to recover. Oh, hi. Hi there. Hey there. Hello, all you zombies. Oh, nice to see you too. Awesome. I would like to climb out of here. Thank you. Oh, wait. That didn't get it? What? Oh, get off. Okay, that did not go the way I planned at all. There's a lot of zombies here. I would not like to be murdered by them.
Time to reload.
Oh, of course I'm out of bullets. And of course there's a zombie on me. Okay, fine. You know what? I was going to try to do this the hard way. Got to do it the easy way. Easy way, easy way, easy way.
Plague heart destroyed.
I'm all out of C4 though. Whew. All right, let's heal up. Grab this. Oh, wait. Oh, Willie Pete grenades, huh? And I'm actually lowest on fuel.
Heavy.
What? Ugh.
Looks like we have a few Zeds coming in. No worries. It's under control.
Zombie threat at home. Okay. Okay, well there is... I've got an outpost just down the street.
I better stay away from the plague zombies. I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah. Maybe I should grab some cure. What do you think? It's not the same screamer, but still feels good. Yeah, Grimace, I am up pretty early. Normally, this is actually the earliest I usually start my stream, and I've already been streaming for a little while. But, yeah, sometimes you just wake up at 4 in the morning for no reason. And, you know,
More plague heart.
you got to figure out what to do.
Can't decide whether I'm excited or freaked out.
All right. You know, if I'm smart, I'll go and get prepared. But I'm Leroy Jenkins. So I'm just going to run in
I
here
can do this. I can do this.
and attack this heart. Oh, is this the one where it's downstairs? Oh, no, here it is.
Time to reload. Loading my final mag now.
Yeah, 5.56. Not very powerful against hearts. Oh. Wait. What was that noise? Okay. If there's a feral in here, I'm not using my bullets on anybody else. Come here. Come here. You coming? Oh. So I hope, I realize that he has that line, this will take forever, to remind players, no, get off! Ugh, get off the gas. To remind players that there are more effective ways to fight a plague heart than just wailing on them. Except, that's not actually true in the lethal zone. I'm not sure if we play that line in the lethal zone, but if we do, we should maybe consider not, because it's not true. In the lethal zone, hitting with a heavy weapon is actually the most effective way to do damage to it. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, well apparently I'm having a zombie invader problem. So we're gonna like cover the door down there. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. Good.
That's pretty heavy.
Ah. I think we did it. That was the last plague heart on the map. And I did not even get sick. I mean, I'm kind of filthy. But I'm not sick. Alright, well, now we got a siege to deal with. And, oh, actually, why not? On the way home, let's take out an infestation. Oh. So, sorry, I was reading the chat. That's why that's why I don't read the chat, because I bump into telephone poles while I'm doing it. So, Scott Landon says, I was watching a streamer. I'm going to summarize what Scott Landon said, because I don't want to look away while there might be a feral on my butt. He said that somebody recruited a couple of people from an enclave, and one of them got killed immediately as they were headed home. Now, if you're playing on a high difficulty level, yeah, NPCs are pretty vulnerable out in the world, and you got to be careful with them. One thing that I think we need to do is when you recruit somebody, especially if you're doing it like not as part of a mission, but as using like sort of your ability to recruit ambient enclaves by spending influence or by getting them to be allies. When we do that, we need to make them your follower right after you recruit them, because otherwise we're just asking, we're just asking for them to get killed. If they're going to run home to your base, especially at least at the higher difficulties. At the lower difficulties, probably going to be fine. At the higher difficulties, they could easily just get, ganked by a zombie, and that's it. And then, the resources you spent and the time you spent recruiting them just kind of goes away. Ha ha ha! That screamer was just about to scream. That was nice. It was about to scream and then it exploded because it was on fire. I've got 2 bullets left. You two are not worth it. Okay. Now we're ready to fight off a siege at home. But yeah, so I've got a note written down. We've got one of many plans we have to improve the game. One of them is, we would like to make those characters followers so that you don't just, And the thing is, we've got kind of different standards across our missions. Some of our missions, we assume that you want to have them as a follower and bring them home. And we give you the option. A lot of the time, we give you the option to send them home on their own if you want to. Like if you talk, like after you've recruited them and the objective is, hey, get them home. You can talk to them and say, hey, why don't you head home by yourself? At least some of our recruit missions do that. Some of them just assume the person should just go home by themselves. Some of them assume they have to be your follower, and we make you go. Like we didn't make a rule. So every mission designer kind of did it their own way. So I don't know. It would probably be nice if we spent right now we're busy doing some other stuff I can't talk about, but it would be nice if we made a few changes like that. Zombie Brave Knight about that screamer says, I love ending it at the wind up. Yeah, no, it feels really good. It's like you can hear it gathering its strength or whatever to make that scream, and then you just interrupt it and just frustrate it right in the middle. Oh crap. Okay, can you just take care of that zombie while I grab myself some cure? Thanks. Okay, cure is grabbed. Let's drop off all this stuff. And actually, let's grab my AK back, because now I've got a bunch of 7.62.
Keep it up and we just might live through this.
And let's repair this guy. Squish. And one thing I didn't do yet
Running out of steam.
is vacate the trunk of things.
Back to help.
Hello. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, people inside the base. Excuse me, zombie. I like how zombies get completely distracted by doors, and they're like, no, I'm busy. Oh, there's a human nearby I could attack? Nope. Nope, I'm busy. Leave me alone. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now, sometimes I complain that people in watchtowers fire their guns too often, but during a siege, it's actually a pleasant sound.
Time to regulate.
Oh, what was that? I'm not actually sure if I'm the one who got that headshot. I think that might have been one of my partners.
Do you think we've killed all of them?
Stealthy Assassin says, death-wise for NPCs, the biggest problem I have in Nightmare and Lethal is missions where NPCs want to help fight hostile enclaves, and they just get one-shotted, failing the mission. That's a really good point. You know, I don't think we never did any sort of rebalancing on those missions to make them more appropriate for Lethal. We just kind of, you know, Lethal is an interesting, it's an interesting thing because on one hand, we got players basically never being satisfied with it being hard enough, right? Say like, you know, this
All goddamn champions.
anything harsh that happens is good. Anything less harsh that happens is a disappointment. We got players in that zone where it's like, yes, you know, make everything terrible. It being terrible is the goal. And then there's other players who, you know, they want aspects of it to be hard. And then they also want, but they want it to still feel fair. And, you know, I probably lean more on the side of that latter group of players. But it is pretty easy on our side sometimes to be like, it's lethal, whatever. Bad things happen, sorry. Let's see here. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I unlocked the improvised weapon station. What I actually came here for, though, was a repair kit. So what do I have installed at my workshop right now? Oh, the salvage furnace. That's right. I'm making more profit from salvage.
We're leaving.
Well, you know what? I think I'd actually rather install the weapon station. I've got a lot of parts. I think I'm okay on parts. I'd rather install the improvised weapon station, and then maybe I can... Because I've got an engineer, so I think I can make some pretty fancy weapons with that thing. So we'll do that, and... Oh no, my boon trader went away. I'm so sad. Okay, anyway. Let's... What the... Hey guys, we forgot one. So let's give Leroy a little bit of a break. He's done a lot of work. He's accomplished a lot today. He gets a chance to take a break. Maybe we'll send Dustin out. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should grab somebody with a little less experience. Like Viva. Let's grab Viva. Let's send Viva out to complete that bounty. And actually, I'm betting we're in a position to refuel this car now. Oh wait, did I just grabbed that repair kit and then didn't use it, didn't I? Fine, well, let's try to remember. Leroy Jenkins has got a repair kit in his inventory that he doesn't need.
Dude who could get pharmaceuticals without a prescription.
Tamati is real serious about getting all those drugs.
Not street drugs, like painkillers and sleep aids.
Average YouTuber says, hey, Jeffrey, how does the character creator work? That's a very long explanation. It's complicated. It's actually one of my favorite things I've ever designed. Where would I even start with that? Let's target the bounty broker. Head out there. Yeah, I feel like I could do an entire stream just about how the character creator works, but yeah, I'm trying to think. So, characters. So there's a couple of different layers to how characters are put together. The first layer is their identity, what they look like, what their name is, what their voice is, their gender, things like that. Then there's another layer on top of that, which is their traits. What the right here, this stuff: volunteer coordinator, belligerent, imposter syndrome. Traits like that are the second layer, and then after those are established, those then feed into the skills that you have available. And the thing that actually matters most, usually, moment to moment about a character, is their skills. But the skills kind of grow out of a mix of the traits and your choices your development choices with the character. Okay. Oh, there's a horde up there. Does it know I'm here? Looks like they maybe do. Okay. Before I try to get into a subject like this, let's get rid of the zombie threat. All right. And let's talk to Cash. And there we go. Lizard hoodie, chameleon. Finally, I got my chameleon hoodie. 4 enclaves to allied status. Recruit these survivors. I don't need to do that right now. Ferals with a shotgun. Well, I mean, ferals have been spawning on me like crazy. Maybe I should grab that one. I don't have a shotgun right now, but whatever. All right. Anyway, so I'm trying to. So the very first thing, I believe, that we choose. Well, actually, I don't know the exact order. The first set of things we choose about a character are their identity, and so we choose their gender, their age, and their cultural background. So we've got 3 different ages. We've got young, middle-aged, and old. And so each character has got sort of, we don't give them a numerical age, but they've got sort of a broad age category that they fit into, which determines which voices they have access to. And actually all of this, so a combination of this. So we determine their age, their gender, and their cultural background. And those 3 things are all independent of each other. They don't care about each other. And you can have any combination. You can have, any combination of those different aspects of a character. And then once those come together, those together determine what voices and models the character's allowed to have. So, so if we decide that, for instance, that a character is a Pacific Islander, a male, old Pacific Islander, there's a certain range of faces, and bodies that they're allowed to have, if that's who they are, and there's also a certain range of voices that they can have, if that's who they are. So that's how we sort of get characters' dialects right. That's how we sort of make sure that, for instance, we've got that voice that we used for dang it, I'm forgetting the character's name now. The old hunter lady who used to run the restaurant in Heartland. She's got a voice that sounds like an older woman. And so we make sure that that we always give that voice to someone who looks like an older woman, so we don't end up with sort of weird mismatches. And occasionally it's not perfect, but like each of our character models is sort of tagged up with information that says, she looks like a young black woman, and so she's going to be assigned to play. This model is going to be assigned to characters who meet those qualifications. You won't like an old white man is not going to get this model. And so once we've established the model, the voice, which is the model and the voice, which are based on the age, gender, and cultural background, then we assign random traits, and the traits, very, very few of them actually even care about any of those features. We really thought it was important to make sure that any trait could belong to a character of any background. The only exception is that we've got the weird nickname trait that we used to sort of funnel fans' usernames into the game. And because some of the usernames were particularly gendered, we wanted to make sure that they landed on the right models. And so I think the only trait that actually cares what your gender is the weird nickname trait. There's a version of it for male characters and a version of it for female characters. But that's about it there. And we also have characters who are non-binary under the hood. The way you can tell, because we don't have anything that sort of announces their gender, the only way you can tell is that some characters will use they them pronouns all the time, and so that's how you can tell. I feel like we could lean a lot harder into that kind of representation than we did. We sort of got a start, we laid a foundation, but we could have taken that a lot farther, and than we did. So I feel like, maybe that's an area of potential development in the future. But for right now, let me just grab a set of skills for her since she's now leveling up. But then, okay, so you grab a set of traits. Oh, one thing we do with our traits is we try to set them up so that, like, we don't want to get some that are... We didn't want to get traits that feel like they're contradictory. Like a trait that says a character used to be rich and a trait that says they used to be poor. Now, because, you could actually think of, all of us probably know of someone who actually at different times in their life has been poor and has also been rich. That's a story you can tell about someone. But because this is a randomly generated character, if it says two things that feel contradictory, rather than that feeling like an interesting story, it just feels like a mistake. And then you feel like, oh, I don't believe this character because, look, the game screwed up the random generation. And so we want to avoid that. And so we tag up these traits to make them compatible or incompatible with each other. We never give a character two different careers. We never give them two different stories to tell about who they were, about their lives before the apocalypse. We never give them two different stories to tell about their lives after the apocalypse. All of anywhere where we might have accidentally introduced a conflict, we separate the traits out. So there's like over 1,000 traits, but they're all sort of divided up. So each time you pick one trait, you cut off some other traits that you now can't have. So we always choose usually between 2 and 3, usually 3 traits for a character, and then you'll see, this particular set, most of them just, some of these are negative. She starts conflicts with other people, causes negative morale, which was something I had to overcome when I was trying to get the morale achievement. And she has imposter syndrome, which means she gains standing more slowly. You notice I played her a fair amount. She's still a citizen. That's because her standing is going up more slowly in the community. And then affects skills. I get a lot of questions about this one. So you see being a volunteer coordinator up there, it affects her skills. What that means is that the options you set, I went through and I chose her specialties. The specialties that she has available, and also the starting number of stars she has in the skills, that has been, there's a default that characters have if you don't select anything, but Volunteer Coordinator made some changes to the defaults, so she had different options than another person might have. The reason we only say affect skills instead of giving you the details is because once you've started developing a character and making your own choices, anything we said specifically about that character would become irrelevant and false. It's like when you first barely get a character, giving you a breakdown of the effects that her traits have on her skills might seem relevant. Like, ooh, she had an extra, I'm assuming she probably had extra wits for working as a volunteer coordinator. And maybe that sort of changed, maybe she got discipline and resourcefulness or something like that unlocked on the wit skill. Actually, if it was resourcefulness, I probably would have chosen it. So it's probably just discipline that she got because she was a coordinator. And so we probably unlocked discipline for her specifically to make that sort of on theme with her traits. But what if I had chosen the alternative? Wait, no, this isn't... Yeah. So what if I had chosen the alternative? If I hadn't chosen discipline, then having this trait say, discipline skill unlocked, would feel like, well, that's ancient history. That's not true anymore, and it doesn't matter anymore. And so that's why we don't really give the details on the skills. And also some of the stuff under the hood, like, we don't really advertise very loudly which skill specializations are the default specializations and which ones are the unusual ones. We don't make a big deal out of that. And so, like, for instance, saying that, like if there's a particular trait where I want to say, okay, yeah, this one's all about discipline and resourcefulness. And so I'm going to take, why can't I think of the default wits option? I'm mad. Anyway, but that means what I would do is I would cut off your access to the default, and I would just give you discipline and resourcefulness as your options under wits. And so I don't want to just say, so saying a volunteer coordinator does not get this particular skill might say, like, I'm trying to say something negative about volunteer coordinators. And so I'm like, it just feels weird to announce all the details we're doing under the hood to change the skills, because some of them might have weird story implications that just feel wrong. And so, yeah, so that's why we're just really, we don't say much about it. It's like, hey, this affects your skills. That's why this trait's here. That it did something with your skills. But now, once you're playing as a character, the skills are yours. You do what you want to with them, and you've probably done something else that has nothing to do with the traits now. Yeah, Cloudcraft points out that, yeah, like, when it could confuse players and make them think they should have the discipline skill. And then they would look at it and be like if they chose another one, they'd be like, oh, wait, but this says I had the discipline skill, but I don't have it. What's wrong? Oh, it's a bug, these stupid developers. Imagining you saying these stupid developers is like one of the major motivating factors behind a lot of the decisions that I make. Anyway, so I've been sitting here ignoring the chat because whenever you ask me a really good question and I get off on a rant, yeah, I stop paying attention to anything anyone else is saying. So Sky Blue says that using the Bastard of Bellawood, which is one of our swords, with max sword play is super fun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when I was running around with Jenkins, where did I put Jenkins? He's over here. He's got sword play. I could tell from the animations he was using. Sword play is a lot of fun. I always choose marathon, and then okay, discipline. Okay, stealth. That's what it was. Stealth. That's right. That's the default wit specialization. Let's give him stealth. No, wait. You know what? Neither of these are in character. This guy might need a wits retraining book because I'm sorry. I don't know what Leroy Jenkins should be, but he's neither disciplined nor stealthy. Let's go with discipline because it's useful, but come on, that's ridiculous. Cloudcraft says, come on, Jeffrey, you don't need to be on a rant to miss everything that chat says. That's true. Also when I'm fighting plague hearts and a million other things. That's absolutely true. So Cloudcraft says that when he got a non-binary character, the they/them pronouns actually confused him because he wasn't sure that that's what was going on. That is a little bit of an issue. The fact that we sort of make a nod towards non-binary representation in the game, but we don't lean any hard to in like the characters, self-expression, stuff like that. That doesn't lean in the same direction. We don't have any characters who seem like they, that's their identity. Visually, which isn't necessary. Someone could be non-binary and not, and clearly present, as be coded to, to one gender or another. That's fine. That doesn't make them not non-binary, but it also, can be a little bit confusing if you feel like you're getting different messages. Again, if you know that the game is randomly generating characters, and even though that absolutely, I know people who you might assume that say they're female when you meet them, and actually they're non-binary, and you have to find that out. One of the reasons why people put their pronouns out there is to help sort of overcome those confusions. Even though people who fit into that category, having a randomly generated character fit into that category makes it feel like, oh, well, the game just didn't do a good job of representing this character. It doesn't necessarily always feel like, oh, yeah, it's a person like this whom I know. So, I feel like we could have probably done a better job of representing a wider variety of different appearances people have, different sort of outward presentations people can have. And so, yeah, I hope that that's something that we can, in the future of the franchise, like right now, I think we're not in a great position to add a lot of different character models in this game, but this game is not the end of our franchise. I think we're going to have a lot of opportunities in the future to keep improving our ability to represent just different types of people with different life experiences and, different identities. And I think that would be a good thing. There's a juggernaut over there that I just do not want to deal with. I'm surprised you were confused by the pronouns, Cloudcraft, though, because there's a lot of games out there that we have a lot of markup in our game text that actually like whenever I type the word when I'm writing mission text and I'm typing the word him, I don't type him. What I type is this string that a computer can read to let it know that if the character I'll reference the character that I'm talking about, like say I'll give the character a name under the hood like mission giver and say and I'll be like, okay, check the gender of mission giver. If they're male, say him. If they're female, say her. If they're non-binary, say them. And this long elaborate string that if you were trying to read our mission text like a book, you'd be stumbling over all kinds of garbage. It looks normal once it comes out, but it's constantly swapping in pronouns and things like that for names of characters and stuff like that. And it does it even like English is actually one of the simpler languages to handle that in. There's languages where a lot of words have to agree with the gender of a character or an object or a place or something like that. And making that work makes our like dialogue strings really, really complicated. But you don't see that. But there's a lot of games that, like, for whatever reason, and there's lots of good reasons, just don't bother with that. And they're like, you know what? If we don't know what gender the character is going to be, we're just going to say them all the time. And that's totally fine. That's a part of the English language. It's been a part of the English language for hundreds of years. And so that's like a completely normal thing to do. So Cloudcraft said that part of the issue was just that he wasn't sure who they were talking about, because it could easily be that because when you see the word them, your mind goes very broad, and so I could see that being an issue where you're like, when you see them, you're like, okay, it could be anybody. We've thrown away the rules. There's nothing helping me narrow down what character we're talking about, which is part of the advantage of that word. It's a great word for that. But yeah, I can see that making it a little bit harder to follow. Stealthy Assassin just wrote an example of the kind of markup that we might be able to do, and yeah, so it doesn't look like that exactly, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. Stealthy Assassin. Stealthy says, reading about how Facebook tried to handle gendering of people, especially when users are entering it in themselves, is a mess. Yeah, one thing I really kind of like is games that sort of let you enter your own pronouns, and it's kind of fun because it exposes how complicated that is when you're trying to concatenate readable strings from a lot of different pieces. Because when a game is doing it well and is like letting you enter your pronouns in a way that will be usable throughout all of the game text, you have to enter a lot of different words in a lot of different contexts to help the game understand how you want it to work, which can be fun actually to kind of play with, because not only is it a really valuable thing for players who want to feel represented, and who don't fall into the standard like he and she sort of categories. It's also just a fun, like, once somebody gives you that kind of tool, it can be a fun toy for anybody to use. Be like, okay, well, what's it like to come up with some pronouns? Like, what's it, how does this language actually work? Like, what do we, all these things that I just sort of learned from a very young age and just have the habit of using pronouns a certain way. Like, actually thinking through all the different contexts that change the type of pronoun that you use it's fascinating. It's a really interesting thing. So I love looking at games that do that. Yeah, so Sky Blue Aqua says, English is a bastard of the language. Yeah, English is a really interesting, weird case because, it's been through, basically, the island of Britain was conquered so many times by so many different people that, like, the language just went through this weird, like, it changed so much over time compared to other languages, in the area. I mean, they've all changed over time, but like English went through some weird and abrupt changes. Some of them incomprehensible. The Great Vowel Shift makes no sense. It was like a fad for a generation, and it just changed the entire language for no reason. And so, but yeah, it's like, all these different people from the mainland, from coming from the Nordic countries to the east, or from France to the south, just like they came in and, in some senses, they simplified the English language, because like our conjugations are way simpler than a lot of other languages conjugations. We change our verbs very little compared to a lot of other languages. And so like if you just say the infinitive without the word to in front of it, you're often right about what the verb should be. But at the same time, as the system gained a lot of simplicity, it also gained a lot of exceptions, because words that people use a lot that were like, just really ingrained in them from childhood would sometimes not change. Like when the conquerors came in and they changed the language for everybody, and communicating with them became a priority, and like a lot of the language you use to talk to your conquerors would change, but then the words you use at home with your family the most often, that you teach your babies first, those words would not change. And so you'd end up with, like a simpler system with more exceptions in it. Whereas like you go to like a place like, I don't know, like you speak Spanish or something like that, it's a more complex system of conjugating verbs, but with fewer exceptions in it than English has. And so, and less, or at least less weird exceptions than English has. Because we got like goose and this is not a verb, but like, goose and geese. Why do we do that? But it's not moose and meese. And I think it's because geese have been a really important part of English culture for many generations going back centuries. Whereas moose were not a part of the English experience. And so I think so goose got this weird plural that dates back to like an ancient version of English that existed from a long, long time ago. Whereas moose is a new thing they encountered. It was treated as a foreign word. And, you know, one thing we often don't do with our foreign words is give them, you know, standard English plurals sometimes. And I think it's also like herbivores, like animals you might hunt for meat. I think oftentimes we don't pluralize those the same way. It's like deer, bison, you know, moose, elk. You know, it's almost like we treat them like a substance. It's like meat. We don't say, if we say meats, what you mean is multiple different types of meat on a platter. But if you just got a whole lot of meat, you don't say meats, you say meat. And so I think that like animals that you might hunt for meat get pluralized the same way. Like, oh, I'm going to go get some elk. You know, I'm going to have a plate of elk, chopped up elk that we're going to, you know, fry up. It's going to be delicious. That's what elk is. And also the animal, it's elk. It's like you're just talking about it like it's meat walking around. I don't know. That's my theory about why we pluralize those animals that way. I don't know if that's actually true. Sans Reason says goose could be a verb. Oh, that's true. But but you don't say that you geese someone. You say that you goosed them. So, you know. So average YouTuber asks, what determines what a survivor wears that's not controlled by the player? Going back to the subject of character generation. So I already said, so basically our faces and our bodies in our game are not actually separate. When we added the outfits, we actually had to change a lot of stuff under the hood to make it possible to change the clothes on a character. Originally, each of these models, they were not randomly combined from like shirt, pants, and head. That, you know, we do have the ability to randomly combine shirts, pants, and head, or like to arbitrarily combine shirts, pants, and head. But all of that is done in Maya, which is one of our tools as we're building these models. Each of these models is actually like a distinct individual piece of art. And you know, being able to swap out the outfit was a late added thing. And part of that was just because, you know, choosing the combination of shirt and pants and everything, like, our artists really wanted to sort of make these characters look like they've got some aesthetic sense, and they would actually, you know, dress in a way and do their hair in a way that actually looks good as an ensemble. So rather than just sort of randomly combining these elements, or letting it be sort of scrambled, they hand created each of these models to look like a person who knows how to walk out looking good in the morning. And so as a result, basically, so what we have is just a lot of models with this face, a lot of models with each of these faces. And so like there's a bunch of people who have this face with different hairstyles and clothes, and a bunch of people who have this face with different hairstyles and clothes. And we can also do like subtle changes in skin tone and stuff like that. And so basically, but each of those individual models is marked up with data that says what kind of character they can be applied to. And so this character like knows that it's an older white guy, and this one knows that it's an older Asian guy, and this one knows that it's a middle-aged white woman, and stuff like that. And so basically, once the game chooses a character's age, gender, and cultural background, then it uses those to like winnow down. It's looking at all of the hundreds of models we have in the game, and then it narrows it down to just the models that fit that profile, and then it randomly chooses one of the models. And they're not weighted or anything. There's none that are particularly rare, except that in cases where, like, say, that combination of age, gender, and cultural background is rare. But the models aren't weighted at all. So it's just, you know, it's just random. So what a character happens to be wearing is just, you know, it chose a model from the available models and gave him one. Yeah, Cloudcraft says, yeah, you can get some characters that really don't look right if you randomly combine faces with bodies that way too. Yeah, you know, Monster Factory is mostly about, you know, that I think, is that a YouTube channel? It's partly about using character creators to make the ugliest characters you can, but randomly generated characters can also be really, really ugly and weird sometimes. Yeah, so the tank is pointing out that Jay here, for instance, has got a non-findable Skull Eagle shirt. That you can't just put this on a character. Like, he's got that. Yeah, so it's like, I'm not going to change his outfit because he's got something that's special, you know? Whereas, yeah, like this outfit is amazing. Like, I've got no desire to change what this guy's wearing. This outfit, a little more boring. I don't know. I think maybe that guy needs to spruce it up a little bit. And yeah, it's like, and like Viva's outfit. I really like Viva's outfit. Like, our artists are really, really good at making nice looking characters. And so, like, you know, as much as I enjoy messing with the outfit system, like, oh, like, does that make her look better? I don't think so. That actually is pretty cool. That actually kind of goes with the ensemble. But like that doesn't help. Nope. Bandana. Oh, the bandana's kind of cool. You know what? Let's give her the bandana. And actually, let's give this guy that baseball cap with the skull eagle on it. Doesn't really match, but whatever. Color-wise, that would actually probably better fit on Tom's basic outfit, but you know, this guy's got to you know, fly the flag. Got to represent the company. Sky Blue says, I do like the outfits, but you can tell the body types are pretty generic. So, I mean, yeah, we've only got a couple of different body types, and part of that is just for the sake of simplicity, because these characters have so many animations. Every time you introduce a difference in a model, you introduce the possibility that an animation is going to look weird, that things are going to clip with each other and look wrong. And so the more you can reduce the complexity, like reduce the number of different models you have, the more they can share animations and not get in each other's way. You know, when people talk about, you know, the difficulty of of representing both genders in a game, and you know, referring to sort of the more common, you know, the male and female models, like people will kind of, you know, they'll go back and forth about how they want to sort of represent the difficulty of that, because on one hand, yeah, you know, the animations of a female character and a male character are largely the same. There's no reason they have to be dramatically different from each other. But at the same time, subtle differences in a model can cause clipping with one, I mean, yeah, one model versus another with the same animation. And so on a broad scale, it's true that, yeah, there's nothing about, you know, her swinging the sword that is particularly female. She's using approximately the same animation as a male character. But after we sort of start, like, set a baseline, each of the animation that's being used by the female models and the animation that's being used by the male models does have to be tweaked just slightly in order to make it look right. And so it's like, when people have arguments about that, it's like both sides are kind of right. I mean, yes, it is, you know, you do end up with different animations for the female characters and for the male characters, but also the differences are very small. And so, but yeah, but it is a lot of sort of work to manage a lot of those differences. Stealthy Assassin, I couldn't possibly pick a favorite animation in State of Decay 2. Sorry. Rooney wants to know, is there any chance of adding some of the original outfits to the clothing locker? We thought about that. We have not done it. It's not on our schedule, but the one outfit that I would really love to see sometime is Gurubani Kaur's outfit. That hoodie, the red hoodie that she wore with the crazy art on the back. I love that thing. It was one of my favorite things in State of Decay 1. I would love to see that come to State of Decay 2 sometime. I bring it up now and then. We haven't found the right excuse for it yet, but I'd love to do it sometime. Average YouTuber? Yeah. We have made some changes to the Critical Response pack. You'll find out about them later. I'm not going to announce them here. All right. Anyway, so we've been doing this for like over an hour, so I should probably take a little bit of a break. So let's wrap this up. But quickly summarizing though what we accomplished during this session, we killed all the plague hearts. In fact, Leroy Jenkins ran out there and killed all the plague hearts, almost got himself killed, ran out of C4, had to kill the last one with his axe, and he was just on his last legs as far as infection went, but he made it. He survived, which is actually unlike the original Leroy Jenkins, but whatever. So I think we accomplished a lot. So now I guess our next goal, I mean, unless we want to just focus on bounties and achievements and stuff like that for a while, is probably to get me that sweet sheriff boon, which I don't yet have on the Dread Zone. So that's what we'll do in the future. For right now, you can subscribe to my channel. You can see what the next video is if I've made it yet. And those of you who are watching me live, though, stick around because this is not the end of the stream. It's just the end of the video that I'm going to cut this into.